Alright guys, the day we've all been waiting for since finding out that Bryan Kohberger is going to be taking a plea deal. A hearing was set for 11 a.m. Idaho time today to discuss this matter. Let's break down what was discussed. Alright guys, so Bryan Kohberger's plea deal hearing just ended. Judge Stephen Hippler did ultimately accept this. He did approve this, and that is what's happening. This case is not going to trial. Now, I want to discuss everything that was discussed in this hearing. I will put the entire hearing on my YT page if you guys want to watch the entire thing. But for right now, I'm going to just break it down, and I'll show some clips from the hearing in between while I'm talking. So Judge Stephen Hippler started this hearing by saying that there has been an influx of people from the public calling his office, sending messages to his office, sending letters to his office, trying to sway his decision when it comes to this plea deal. He says that that is not how this works. He is not reading any messages, listening to any voicemails, nothing, that he is making a decision and has made a decision based solely on the court. Judge Hippler confirmed that he had no idea about this plea deal until Monday afternoon, similar to the same time that we, the public, found out about it. He said that he and his team were completely shocked. They were planning for this to go to trial in just a couple of months, and he was not expecting it nonetheless. He said that he received a written plea agreement on Monday afternoon, and that is where Bryan Kohberger pled guilty to all 5 counts that he's facing. He's going to be taking a life sentence for each victim's life that he took, as well as a 10-year additional sentence for burglary. With this agreement, Bryan Kohberger waives his right to appeal. He waives his right to change this down the line. This is set in stone. Kohberger understood what this plea agreement meant. He agreed to everything that comes with it, and he also said that his decision to take this was not something that was swayed or forced upon him by anybody else. This was something that he chose, and he is pleading guilty because he is guilty. He said yes to that. He also reinforced that he had enough time and that this, again, is his choice. Now, if this case had gone to trial, Judge Stephen Hippler said that the state would have had to prove that Bryan Kohberger willfully, unlawfully, and deliberately unalived the 4 victims on November 13th, 2022. But now that he is pleading guilty to everything, the state doesn't have to prove anything because Bryan Kohberger is essentially saying everything that the state has against him is true. Bryan Kohberger also did say yes when he was asked the question of whether or not he unalived Ethan, Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee. He said yes individually to each of them. The state then went on to share everything evidence-wise that they have against Bryan Kohberger. Most of it we already know about the phone pinging, about him purchasing the sheath, everything like that we've already kind of gone over. Bill Thompson said that there was no SA involved with any of the victims after they were unalived or before they were unalived, and that Bryan Kohberger went into that home, went right up the stairs, unalived Maddie, unalived Kaylee, went downstairs, was met with Xana, unalived her, and then unalived Ethan while he was in bed sleeping. He says that he doesn't believe that Kohberger went there intending to unalive all 4 of those victims, but that he ultimately did. After seeing and hearing all of the evidence, Judge Hippler stated that there was enough factual evidence and basis that Bryan Kohberger committed these crimes and that he committed these crimes alone, and therefore he was accepting this plea deal. Up next is the sentencing. This isn't over yet. You guys know I'm going to keep you updated and in the loop, so make sure to follow. What are you guys thinking? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to check out my YT page if you guys are interested in listening or watching this hearing in its entirety.